Good afternoon. We are at Blue Hill Airport. Looks like a grass strip to me. We're a little north of town. We're a little north of the fairgrounds. So we'll make a right turn, head on course. We're going to 3 towns. We'll go over a few, and the number 3 is friends of mine and my sister's. My sister, I don't know whether I got it out or whether you heard it. And they're up here. My friends, Ben and Kitty, have passed away. And their thing, I went to visit them here in Blue Hill. I went to visit them. Let's get going here. Take the brake off. We aren't going to have any birds, so we'll take this off. Normally, in any flight, I'd have the bird shucker in gear, but we get a little more power, and we got a short field, so we want all the power. Here we go. And what we're going to do is go outside, and then when we get a little action on our airspeed indicator, like right there, then we go back in here and start rotating and get ready to get the wheels up.
59er, Bravo automated weather observation 1400.
And when we clear the trees, we'll take the flaps up.
286 at 4. Visibility.
Flaps up.
Sky condition. Few clouds at
And we'll come around and go over the airport. Go over the
temperature 15C dew point.
fairgrounds.
Altimeter 29.
Turn that off. Here's the fairgrounds at Blue Hill. And then we're going to go, first of all, before we get on course, this is the little harbor, and this is the little town of Blue Hill. And this is not Highway 1, I know that. We couldn't get on highway, and my friend Ben either lived on that point or this point. This is Long Island out here. Let's get rid of this. That's called Long Island out there. The yacht club was right down here. And we got a boat out of the winter grounds somewhere right down in there. So let's get on course here, and we'll turn on the autopilot. We're already at 3,000 feet, so we have to drop the vertical speed. We have to take that down. We'll take that down to 2,000. Come back on the power a little bit. So Blue Hill, I actually got to visit, and I did talk to my sister's friend, which would be down in Phippsburg. Phippsburg is down right below Brunswick Executive Airport, just down to the south here. We'll get back on course. Take one more look back at Blue Hill. I got to play a little golf there, and we went out on the bay. We didn't go to Long Island out there, but we did go out and get some lobsters and cooked up the lobsters. The little lobster man, they had a little boat, and he was there with his wife. And they said, as Ben rolled up, they said, "Oh, here comes Wells. Well, we aren't going to make any money today." Okay, let's get the clouds out of the way. Right here. Clear skies. Clear up the skies so I can see where I'm going. And we want to get the sun early in the day, so it's kind of behind us for this trip. So we got the sun for the morning, and we'll come over here and look. And what we're looking for next is Camden and Rockport. And the next 2 people we're going to talk about, I know both of them very well. And they were both close friends of my sister's. One was her boyfriend in high school and parts of college, and the other one was her girlfriend in high school when we lived in Summit, New Jersey. And I'm sorry, her boyfriend actually told me when I got finished my Navy school in Key West, he said, pick a ship in Norfolk, Virginia, because we have a flying club there, and that's where I learned how to fly back in 1956. So he has moved over. He initially told me it was Owl's Head. Owl's Head is, of course, right where the airport is. And the airport is a little south of where he's living, and he's over near his son. And this is just a great little flight, and it's less than 80 miles from Blue Hill down to where my sister's best friend from high school, girlfriend, lives in Phippsburg. So down there we could land at Brunswick Executive, which is to the north of Phippsburg, adjacent to Bath. And I just want to take it down to Popham, I think it's called, Popham Beach, Popham. Don't know how to pronounce it, but it's there's some beaches right there. Normally I wouldn't land this fine machine on any beach anywhere. Never off an airport. It's not built for that. It's built for speed. So you can see we're going 240 knots, so we're going the speed limit, 250 miles an hour plus. And let's look at our instrument panel. We don't have any red lights flashing on here on the engine. We're right on course. And here's knots. It's not knots. It's Owl's Head. Owl's Head. It's Knott's County Airport. That's what it is. Knott's County Airport on Owl's Head, which is called Owl's Head, and that's to the south. So we're going to go by where he's living right now, which is right about in the middle of the map right now, right there. So we'll wave to him, and then we're going to go on down to my sister's girlfriend from high school. She's an artist, and still pumping out the artwork. Let's go back outside. Beautiful views today. Look around a little bit here. These little harbors and these coves as we go along. Blue Hill was a little cove. They aren't big enough to call them a bay. They're called coves. So we're over the bay right now. We should have some land outside of us, yeah. So I don't know what the name of this bay is. We'll be back over the land. This may be Highway 1, right over in there. And Highway 1 goes just to the north of Brunswick Executive Airport. It goes right through Bath. And so I'm guessing we could bring up the chart. We'll bring up the chart, and we'll go out on it a little bit. And here's Bristol, and we're going. You can see where we're going. This is that Popham Beach right there. The little fort right there. Here we're going to see, actually we're going to see Camden here, and this could be Camden. I'm just not sure. We got Camden, Rockland, Rockport, Camden, Rockport, and then Rockland is down adjacent to the airport. Here's the Knox County Airport, regional airport, right out there. Nice big airport. So where Rockland Rockland starts, Camden starts. So we'll look here. This is maybe Camden right up here on the point. And this is maybe Rockland right in there. It's really pretty. Rockport. It's a port. Rockport. And then Rockland. This could be Rockland right here or here. Rockland. And so that's the end of that story. And that is probably Highway 1. So when I pointed out Highway 1, that was a little early. This is Highway 1 going right by there. So bye to Owl's Head and Rockport, Rockland, Camden, and we're heading now for we're going to see Boothbay. East Boothbay and Boothbay will be the next little towns. There might be something in between, but I didn't take time to figure that out on this route of flight. So let's see, we got our altitude nailed at 2,000 feet. I don't know what that facility is down there. Interesting, maybe a school. So let's get over in here, and we're not where we can start looking over to the airport, but I'm guessing that we might sneak across here. We see if Highway 1 comes down and then crosses maybe right in here to Bath, because right now the airport is down in this area here. It doesn't keep us from looking around at some of these little inlets. Some have numerous boats. Hope I didn't wait too long to fly this, because the boats will come out of the water in the winter. I don't know whether they do that, whether we check out the seasons. So this shouldn't be any more than 30 minutes down here, and it's 75, 76, 77 miles from of course the Blue Hill Airport was just to the north, so it's from Blue Hill, the city, to these other cities, going down to where my sister's girlfriend lives, would be in the 60-mile range. Okay, we can take this off, and I should be able to figure out where the airport is out in here. That's Brunswick Executive. Nice sized runways. No grass. Of course, when you talk about grass today, you have to be careful. If my friend Ben had hung on, I'd consider. Well, I don't know. I'm spoiled now. During the COVID, people said, "How'd you do during the lockdown?" I said, "Just fine. I just went anywhere I wanted." Of course, in August of 2020, this simulator came out. Here's a little cove with a lot of boats. They probably have a yacht club down there. So I'm still. It's amazing. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm 86 years old, and I think I could probably renew my medical if I got my cardiologist on board. He kind of dragged his feet about 6-8 years ago when I was thinking of flying, before I had the simulator. And I had a preliminary physical from a flight guy that gave the flight. He's retired now, but I paid him $150, and he said, "Yeah, you'd pass it. You just have to, when you've had a bypass surgery, they have to get the cardiologist to fill out some papers." But I'm glad I didn't, because it takes concentration, and I don't think I'm up to the concentration aspect of it. These airplanes, back when I flew, we didn't have glass panel like this. I'm having more fun with this and running the autopilots. I didn't have anything like this in the airplanes I flew back in the 60s. They were pretty sophisticated. You could fly instruments. I flew instruments. I flew a mail run for a year and a half, 6 nights a week while I was going to college. Okay, I'm not sure of this. I think this is not East Boothbay. I think this is Boothbay down right here. Boothbay and East Boothbay. This is probably East Boothbay here, and there's Boothbay. So I'll wait just a minute so we can take a look at that. Almost can see where we're landing, right down here, landing on the beach. And I'm going to say, if we can see the road up here, it would be Highway 1, and it goes right through Bath, which could be right about there. If I turn the lights out, I could see the lights of the city maybe up there, but that's a hassle. This really, look at all these houses that are right on the water here. This is really a nice area. I got to look up and see if somebody's done a YouTube on Boothbay. Should be a pretty area. And now we're getting there. I recognize something that tells me that we're close to my sister's buddy's house, girlfriend's house. We have one person left here. She's the artist. But I'm not going to point anything out here. I'm just going to go ahead and land on the beach. I'm going to bring the power back. Power's all the way back. Turn off the autopilot. Start descending. And so they call Phippsburg. This is all called Phippsburg. I don't know where the actual town is. Oh, we're a little early. We're a little early. I've made this mistake before. This is not Phippsburg. We're not quite over there yet. We have more. This beach kind of sucks me in. We need to go over the little fort, Popham Fort, I think it's called. Anyway, we need to slow down, and we should see the fort up here. I'm seeing familiar stuff. The beach we're going to land on is right here. We could land back this way, but it gets a little tight, and the fort is right on this little peninsula sticking out. Yeah, we'll go down and check out the fort. And I don't want to land back into the sun. We could slow down a little more. So this is Phippsburg out over in here. And my sister's friend lives over in there. Okay, now we're going to fly over the fort. Power back. Got to lose another 50 knots. There goes the fort. Going to put the gear down. The flaps down. Get this thing slowed down, then come back around to the right. Be right lined up with the beach. Look out to the right. Yep. We got it nailed. We got a little toggle switch on my yoke here that you can look back, you can look out to the right, and you can look out to the left, which is of course what you do when you're flying. Now we're at 80. Come back in with a little power. And again, you never do this in this expensive airplane. Cubs. This is for Piper Cubs landing on beaches. They get oversized tires. Yeah, give it keep a little power in. There we go. Kick in the thrust reverser, reverse the prop, and then roll out. And these houses don't look like what's here. This hasn't been handcrafted, but there are a few more houses. There's a cluster of homes down at this end of the beach. And they had another name for this beach, but the general area up ahead and back of us is Popham. Yeah, we'll just roll in here and see if anybody's up to call our friend to come over and pick us up. Put the flaps up, kill the engine, and we'll look around a little bit. Maybe our friend's out there. And on one of these islands, there's a little lighthouse. Cute little islands. Okay, there we go. And we'll listen to the ocean. How's that sound? Wonder if the water's still warm. It's probably cooling off pretty quick for the winter coming on. Thanks for flying Air Chance, and we'll see you soon, I hope. Bye.